it had calmed down by the time I got out there around 9 a.m. But about 1 o'clock in the morning, there were 1,000 people or so going crazy, creating mayhem. So what's all this mayhem that you're creating with all these girls?
Yeah, I know. It's really... And I feel bad about it.
Why do you feel bad?
I don't know. It's just kind of... I don't know, it's just causing all this chaos. I don't know.
Did you have any idea that was good? Was San Francisco the first place that you did one of these things?
One of these, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a thing in San Diego at this thing called Comic-Con where tons of people turned up, and a similar thing happened where everybody just screams for a long, long time.
So what was that like, taking that all in and just like, wow?
It's just, I don't even know how to describe it to anyone who's like. It's like being in a boy band or something, I assume, but there's no music to counteract it. You just stand there and get screamed at.
And it's just you. You don't have three other guys in your band.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can't say anything. It doesn't matter what you say. Like, you just stand there. That's it. You get very self-conscious after a while because you're like, how do I warrant these screams? I mean, what do I do to entertain them? I don't know.
Yeah, have you been online at all? Because I can't believe how many fan sites you have.
I did for a while, and then I did right at the beginning when I got cast, when it was all negative, and then I kind of stopped then, and I never had the guts really to go back.
What was negative? What were people saying?
Just when I initially got cast, I had, there was a petition, and 75,000 people signed it to say, like, you can't play this part. And they sent it to the production company.
Why? I mean, how do you take that in? It's like,
I expected it. I think when the character breakdown is, this is the ideal man out of all ideal men in the history of mankind. It's like even going up for it, like, you're really putting yourself out there. You're putting your head out the window to get cut off.
Yeah, just a little bit of pressure there. Wow. So did you read these books, or were you into them at all before you got cast?
Not before I got cast. I mean, I was in England where they weren't very big at the time at all. I mean, it took me quite a while to find a copy of it when I was there. So I really had no idea. And then I did the audition, and I liked Kristen and Catherine, and I really liked how it went. And I was pretty much wanted to do it regardless of what the books were or how they were. So. Yeah.
Now, did you see the final product of the movie yet?
I haven't. I never watched my stuff ever.
No, you don't watch yourself on screen? Why?
I can't do it. I can't go on to the next job if I do. I used to, and now I critique it too much. So I'm just like, well.
Well, you got to get past the first one and then see it again. So you would never. So not only, I guess then you would never go and sneak into a theater just to see people's reactions. I guess you can.
Oh man, that'd be terrible. That's the worst. I mean, I can just about watch bits by myself. But if I'm watching it with an audience, there's no way. I can't handle it at all.
Wow, you're not even curious a little bit?
No way. No.
So you don't watch the dailies, nothing?
I watch the dailies sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I watch the rough cut of this, just to see if I could give any suggestions. But all my suggestions are completely irrelevant to anything because I'm just like, I want to kill myself afterwards. Like, it's completely ridiculous.
Wow. See, you're worried about fans being hard on you.
Yeah,
hard enough on yourself.
I know.
So, after reading it, how close to the book did this script? I mean, it's a pretty decent-sized book. They can't fit everything in, huh?
No, I thought the script was a really clever adaptation. I mean, if you read the script after reading the book, it's difficult to see which bits they've actually taken out. I mean, because it flows much quicker. I mean, because the book is so ponderous. And kind of internalized a lot of the time, but the script kind of flows more like an action film.
The fans for this are excuse the expression, bloodthirsty. So they're going to critique it. Are you worried about their reaction?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, luckily I've already shot it. If I was trying to shoot it now, I'd be absolutely terrified. But no, I am very, very nervous, and the closer it gets to the release date, I really didn't think about it up until recently, and now I'm just terrified about everything.
It was one thing to see a lot of young girls out there at the mall, but I talked to one that flew in from Alabama, which is a couple thousand miles here, just to be here.
Did she get a ticket?
Yes, from Texas, from Toronto, Canada. people who drove all night from
Why should
Indiana
I'm going
and
to be in
Wisconsin.
Toronto on Saturday.
Is she really? Not doing her. She's following you around the country, maybe. I don't know. But is that amazing to you? I mean, that they would travel this far?
Yeah, no, it's incredible, and I wish. It's annoying that when you're actually there, because I have to do these quick stops everywhere. It's all so, you feel terrible when when someone comes up and says, "I've been waiting since 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon to do this," and you're like, yeah, thanks. And
here you go, bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's like everyone's pushing them off everywhere. I don't know. It feels it's a very strange. I've never done anything like this before. It's a very strange experience, and like you can't really process the actual reality of anything.
Yeah, I know that. Are you going to do the whole thing tonight? Because there were a lot of fans that were, like I said, did you hear what happened today? Yeah. About one in the morning, there was about 1,000 people. They gave out the 500, and they sent everybody home. So all the people that came at like 5 when they were supposed to start lining up were turned away, and they got really upset.
Yeah.
So are you're going to do the meet and greet, and then you're going to sit there and do a kind of a Q&A with everybody?
Yeah.
That's going to be wild in the middle of a mall.
I know. I literally I did one in Dallas yesterday, and it was literally just madness. I mean, everybody just screamed the entire time. You couldn't hear anything I was saying. So it's just like, okay.
So just stand there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
And then walk away. That is just wild. So so you're not going to see it. I can't get past this.
My family is going to go. And so I might have to, just for their sake, because I don't want them to feel like uncomfortable by themselves in the cinema. But I will do all I can not to, because it's just never been a good thing for me. I mean, to watch it. I hope other people like it. I really hope other people like it. I mean, but yeah, I can't see anyone else's. I mean, I'm such a big fan of movies. I watch so many movies.
So this isn't nearly as big in England then. Is there a big hype there?
I don't know. I mean, apparently there is now, because I think they're going to do a premiere in London now, so there must be enough to warrant that. But when I left, there wasn't any, and I've only been in England like 5 days this year, so I have no idea. I mean, I definitely get a lot of letters and stuff from England. So yeah, I mean, it seems to be huge everywhere. It's huge in Italy, like it's huge in Mexico, like. It's huge in Australia. Every single country in the world has these. In Germany as well.
That's wild. That must be really well with the Harry Potter too. But I mean, this is even another level for you to be known throughout the entire world.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Tell me about your music, and how did you get your music onto the soundtrack?
Just a kind of bizarre coincidence. I mean, I'd never done music before, and one of the cast gave Catherine my CD because I would never play it to her, and I did an open mic in Portland, and then some of the cast saw it and they were talking about it, and Catherine wanted to hear the stuff and I wouldn't give it to her, so she kind of sneaked a CD, the stuff from my computer, and and she put it into a cut and then just showed it to me, and it did kind of work in the cut, but I never imagined that this is like. It seems like I'm sort of launching a music career. Now all my representatives are all like, okay, we've got to get you a contract. I'm just like, wow. I've only got 2 songs.
So you've only messed around. You've never really officially recorded anything.
No, I've never done anything. This is the first time I've ever been in the studio, like for this movie.
Wow, more pressure for you.
Yeah, more pressure. Yeah.
Well, great.
Bring
it was
it
great
on.
meeting. Good luck with everything.
Thank
Hope
you
it goes
very
well
much.
tonight.
Thank you.